I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and if I don't perform the way I would like to, I'm just not happy with that. But also, like, I'm very self-critical. I'm sharing too much. Why am I oversharing? I'm afraid that the judges might think that I'm not adventurous enough in the kitchen.
But it looks like they all came up with something pretty interesting. I love the stories that they all...
There were some good stories.
There were some very good stories. Hopefully the interpretations come across and the flavor's good.
I was excited to see like some really nice plating, but I would really want to get to those tastes and how they combine those flavors. So I think we definitely pushed them today.
They pushed the boundaries and stepped out of their comfort zone. So I'm really quite pleased with what happened today. It was a difficult challenge.
It was seemingly fun, but like you said, we entrusted them with our memories and we're hoping that they don't get completely ruined.
Now the competition is getting like tougher and tougher every day, and they will have to like think out of the box and deliver and sometimes take a risk. And that's what we're looking for. Well, that's what I'm looking for.
Well, we certainly gave them a firm push towards that side. So let's taste. Charmaine, you were team leader for the challenge.
Yes.
Do you feel responsible for your team being here, cooking today?
I do feel responsible, yes. Looking back, I think definitely we got the brief wrong, so we definitely had to be here today.
Today, I think I hit the brief because it was an invention test to invent something with the Pringles. And that's exactly what I did.
Pringle ice cream. Who knew?
Never thought I would see my favorite snack like used as an ice cream.
No.
I think she showed great restraint when it came to spice, because that's her comfort zone. And when she said she was putting cardamom in the rice pudding, I thought, oh, there goes the Pringle flavor. That ice cream, wow.
That's really good. I'm very surprised. That saltiness, if the rice pudding was like unbalanced, I think it would have just taken over, while here the ice cream still stay the main element on the dish.
And the fact that the ice cream was smooth, but she put it on a bed of crushed Pringles, so it still had texture. The salt makes you want to eat more of it.
That's
Wow.
good. I mean, it's surprising. I got ragged terribly by Greg and Zola for my choice of Provita. How was it to work with?
Okay, so I also like Provitas as well. My take is crackers with cheese, and then a capers and anchovy sauce. I charred the hearts of red onions in order to just get a texture on the plate, and then the cheese on top.
Provita, although a boring snack, we actually do enjoy Provitas, and we thought it was one of the ingredients that was possibly the simplest. Do you think that you played it quite safe by just using it as a base for a cheesecake?
I had moments where I thought maybe I could have pushed the envelope a little bit. As I was preparing it, I'm just wondering, okay, I needed something more on the plate, but at the end of the day, I'm satisfied with the dish and the day that I had in the kitchen. But I definitely know that I could have pushed the envelope. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you.
Okay. What happened?
Nothing happened. I just could have done more.
There's no tissues anywhere here.
No, it's okay. I'm done crying now.
The texture of a cheesecake, I think, should be quite smooth and velvety. And this certainly isn't that. It's very crumbly. What I do love, which is a punch of flavor, is this anchovy herb.
Lovely.
It adds so much vibrancy to the dish.
I think that there should have actually been more of it to just like
just about
flavor the
definitely.
actual like cheesecake that she made.
More than a garnish, actually, and a compliment.
I just could have done better.
I made a vanilla and coconut flavored sponge cake, a nutmeg flavored custard, and then I've got a nectarine compote there for that little tartiness.
Thank you, Sleep.
Pleasure.
No, come on.
It is
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah, that's
Oh, it looks
lovely.
good. It does.
Very impressive. Stunning compote. Nice and
Just bring that
Tart.
right amount of acidity also to just cut through. If the sponge was only just a bit more cooked,
yeah.
that would have been like a great cake that you can find at any decent coffee shop on it.
Absolutely. Cake, bit of fruit, bit of creaminess. Happy with a slice of that.
Yeah, I think it's lovely. I just do wish you'd sort of not done the macadamia nuts and maybe done some toasted coconut because it's not overwhelmingly coconutty. I mean, it's delicious. And there's definitely coconut, but you know what I mean? But anyway, a good effort, hey?
I think I've balanced the flavors right. I'm happy with the dish. Just depends on the judge's taste and whether we met the brief.
Thank you.
Tasneem, tell us about your pink sweetie creation.
So when I saw the pink sweets inside the bottle, so if you think about breaking the bottle and unleashing the flavors, because I need to fight for my life before I go home and put whatever I have left on that plate in that little cup. In the cup is the milk set as a jelly.
Well, we're looking forward to tasting it. Thank you, Tasneem.
Thank you.
Well, there's certainly musk around. A lot of rose. A lot of rose.
I was expecting a lot from this dish because visually it delivered on so many levels. But sadly, it's underwhelming. And, you know, we can praise her for her skill and all the things that she showed us. But, you know, the meringue split. So she didn't do as wonderfully as perhaps she would have wanted to.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
I would like Greg to notice the representation and presentation of it. I was really playing on the iconic look of a strawberry whirl.
It's definitely reminiscent of the strawberry whirl.
Yeah.
I mean,
A very literal interpretation of the dessert.
I like the idea of like the usage of like the egg whites and not wasted, but for me the meringue is, you know, it's just
Completely the wrong
it
texture.
tastes like a marshmallow right now, probably.
You know, the texture of meringue you expect to be crispy on the outside, sort of gooey in the middle, and this is just spongy.
it's spongy.
I wonder if he had enough sugar in that mix.
I thought it was a biscuit, sort of like a soft biscuit dough I thought maybe like a tuile or whatever. Again, lots of excessive sweetness.
Very sweet.
I believe they'll love the lollipops. I definitely believe so. And the flavor in that, you know, I took my time incorporating all that flavor, all that tanginess, the sweetness, you know, trying to balance that.
I want to know what the story is behind your dish. Because did you just think, oh, I got jelly babies, but you already wanted to make chicken lollipops and you somehow made it work together?
Yeah.
Was this inspired by the jelly babies? I just want to know more about your thinking behind the dish.
The lollipops, man, that was probably like the only sweet I ate growing up. I mean, I've never really had like a sweet tooth. The redness, well, the beetroot powder, I drew inspiration from the red jelly babies, you know, and the syrup, I just like infused all of the colors of the jelly babies and added a bit of wine just to balance with that sweetness because the jelly babies are quite sweet.
Okay, so it's a syrup
Yes.
with jelly baby
With jelly babies.
Pinotage.
and peanut
Yes.
butter. Okay.
Yeah.
The syrup is so sweet and just doesn't go with anything on the plate.
It just takes over everything. You don't taste, I can't taste any of the flavor of the sweet potato. I get the texture of the sweet potato softening the chicken falls, but other than that, that sweetness just takes over everything.
I mean, I think, you know, there was a certain amount of technique going on here. The slicing, the deboning, all those things. I mean, I think he tried really hard. Again, sadly, would I eat it again? No.
At this point, I I've done the best that I could. You know, I could have done a whole lot better, but yeah, man, I could have also like done a whole lot worse. So I'm just not trying to, yeah, I'm not trying to feel bad or anything.
This was a very special cook for me because it was dedicated to my daughter who loves prawns exactly the way that I made them. I hope Justine is going to like them and she will be able to pick up that aniseedy flavor that I packed into the dish.
Right, licorice. And you didn't use a sweet dish. I was impressed.
Yes, I tried to not think mainstream. I prepared prawns poached in fennel oil and some star anise as well, cauliflower puree infused with fennel, a charred leek to represent the color of the licorice, creamy seafood sauce, and fennel oil.
Great. Thank you very much, Auntie. Wow.
Very well balanced, very elegant.
There were a lot of elements to this dish and they all came together like a bit of a, dare I say it, a symphony. But I mean, really.
No, it is a really beautiful dish.
So refined.
Presentation and the sauce, the little bisque on the side and the oil, that everything makes sense to work all together.
Very
Beautiful.
cool. Your daughter would be proud.
I'm proud.
They are hopefully going to enjoy the creativity aspects of it. I definitely don't think something they were expecting me to do with Simba chips.
James, you were a Simba chippy today, and you said you were having so much fun in the kitchen. Tell me why this particular challenge was so fun for you.
It was just playful, and that's my style of cooking. Being young, I haven't had that opportunity to learn my sort of culinary forte, I would call it. So what I do is experiment and have fun, and it was right up my alley.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how you changed up something that was a childhood favorite of mine and made it something very different. So
I hope you enjoy it.
thank you, James.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
I love this. I mean, yeah. It's a beautiful color, this chocolate ice cream, I must say. It does look like...
Ooh, nice surprise in the chocolate ice cream. There's too much chili.
I don't know about nice, but it's definitely a surprise.
Sure,
Very
it's a lot of
spicy.
chili. Good gracious.
So a great idea, but in terms of flavor, not quite balanced enough, and I think not forward enough when it comes to the snack.
I agree. It was beautiful. I love the story. I love how he plated it. I think he was innovative, creative, like really like out of the box. You know, it fit perfectly his personality. But unfortunately, that chocolate ice cream, that was a surprise. And it is a spicy one.
I like a bit of chili in my chocolate ice cream, not quite that.
Going home would obviously not be ideal. It would be pretty devastating, especially after today's challenge where I had to workshop and really create and think about something, which is the style of cooking I'm strong in and is my style of cooking.